All right, we are on hole 2 of the Festive Cup tournament, and we're in the Ricky opening round. So let's go to Golf Clash Notebook. Let's go to Golf Clash Notebook and check out hole number 2. All right, this is the big par 4, and I've decided that I am going to go for it and try and get in front of this line. I'm going to try and shoot that gap down here and try and get in front if I can. If you mess up here and you end up in the rough, you can still get on. If you mess up anywhere, back in this area here beyond this, you're pretty much in a spot of bother. If you end up out here in the center of this one, you can get on, but you're going to need a big dog. The further back in here, so if you're in this circle right here, if you're in this area, the further back you are, you're going to need a big dog. If you're up here in the front, you might be able to get it done with a shorter wood, but if you're back here in the back, so if you're doing a layup shot here and you end up short, see, that's the problem with this area here, is even if you do a layup shot to try and stay safe, it's really easy because of these fingers that come out. It's really easy to get caught up in something. So I'm going to be going for it because I think every time I get caught up in something, it's always this stuff right up here in the front. And I'm going to try and put enough on it to get through that. Now, I may end up in the rough out here, but I can make it from there. And you can barely make it from the sand here if you have a Spitfire, but you got to have a Spitfire. So let's get back in game, which may take a second. So I've been wishy-washy on this hole up to this point, but I've made a decision that for my game, I'm going to go for it. And that could cost me, because if you fail, it's epic fail. And you have to get a birdie, but I'm just trying to give myself a better shot at an eagle, where I actually have a shot at the eagle. I'm not just trying to put my ball up there so that I have, a decent shot at birdie. So let's go back to our bag here. So we're going to go, so I was using a rock because it was more accurate, but I'm going to use my extra mile. And we're going to go, what I'd really like to use here is my Guardian. If I get far enough up there and I'm actually in play, the Guardian's the club that because I will be able to start off on the green. But you got to get way down there. I'm going to try it with my Guardian. I'm going to practice this hole. This is my practice account, so I'm gonna try it out. It's got the same distance, and we're gonna want a big ball. I think those clubs will work. All right, that's what I'm taking. So we have got to execute this first shot because we've cut our options down by bringing the Guardian as opposed to the big dog. So we've put ourselves in a situation where if we don't hit the drive and we're in the fairway, we could end up actually having a spot of bother because we brought the wrong wood. This is almost the same as hole 9. Like hole 9, most people should bring their big dog with them, but I have confidence that I can hit that ball down into that chute, so I bring a sniper because a sniper gives me much better ball guide for the shot at albatross. So I'm taking a risk by bringing the sniper so that I can have a better albatross shot, and so I'm having to depend that I get my drive right. And we're going to get our drive right. I have 100% faith in it. All right, our opponent brought a Marlin, which you can absolutely get this hole done with the Marlin. But you definitely give yourself a better shot, especially on the second shot, because you're up here in this area. You give yourself a much better second shot by using a stronger ball. Our opponent hit it perfect. Let's see if they're just out in the middle. Oh, they hit that flat and they're rolling, but they still stayed out in the middle. They're in a good spot right there. That's a good spot. It's out in the middle. Didn't get in the rough. Didn't get in any of that weird stuff. 3-2. That's about a ring and a half. We're going to want to put some curl on it so that we can try and get out into that opening. Made it great on the right, so we hit it great on the outside. That might be all right for us. It's right there. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Now we got a little bit forward so that we're getting into the narrower part of the sand, and we're opening up the mouth of the green so we don't have to contend with the rough over in this area as much. We want to try and get so that we can run the ball right up here almost from the lowest part of that area. It's real steep in there, but the further you can get to the right, it starts to flatten back out again. What we'd really like is to be close enough that we can go at it with our Guardian and we can try and backspin it onto the green. That's really why we brought our Guardian. We may not be able to get close enough where we can do that, but it's worth, if you get to that point and you're like, man, if I had my Guardian, I could just backspin it right onto the green. That'd be good. That was an awesome shot from our opponent. Nice shot. Okay, so there's our Saturn. So we got plenty of Guardian being up there in the front. Let's see if we can get an angle on it where we can backspin it. Try and backspin that sucker into the hole. So we're about mid club. So that's about 1.7, 1.5. So I'm going to go a ring and a half. Isn't it perfect? Trying to backspin that sucker to it. Yeah, they're not going to get enough backspin there. We'll have to work on that, but I think that's the combo that I'm going to take. That's going to be for the rest of the shots I take this tournament. I gotta have faith in my drive, and the big dog in most cases is the recovery club. If you have that in your bag, you can recover. If you're down there and you make them and it airs out, and you end up being a little short. If you got a big dog and a bigger ball, you can make up that shot on any hole. But like hole number 9, bringing the sniper instead of bringing the big dog, I give myself a better shot for that next to pick up a shot. I think if you hit that shot right there, and I ended up in the rough out there, I still have a shot, but I've got a shot with my Nirvana. And so I'm really going to end up in one of two spots. I'm going to end up in the rough and having to take a shot with the Nirvana, or I'm going to end up all the way out in the clear and I'm going to have a Guardian. So that's, I think, how I'm going to shoot this hole from this point forward is extra mile, try and go as far as I can, Guardian, and I'm going to bring my Nirvana and Spitfire in case I get caught up down there at the end. The fear on that would be is that you make a mistake early. So if you make a mistake early, then that'll be an epic fail. Then you're going to be struggling just to get birdie. So that's that risk versus reward. All right, that was hole number 2 of the Festive Cup Tournament, Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.